You ever backtrack because you lost something? And that's what I'm doing here. I gotta be on the opposite side of the road. I remember hearing something drop. I didn't pay attention to it. It wasn't nearby to drop, and it wasn't in the beginning. It was 3/4 into my ride. Hey, I'm Fish. Welcome to the show. I'm glad it wasn't a GoPro, because I hear a lot of people losing their GoPros lately. Nothing yet. Haven't found it. I got my video. It's on the editor. And my machine, basically wants to do what it wants to do. The screen goes blank. And then maybe a few seconds later, editor stops. Yeah, let me tell you, man. I'm about 45 minutes in and I'm finishing up. You know what my machine does? Stop. No, haven't found it yet. And the blue screen of death, man. The blue screen of death is what I get. So it gives me that percentage countdown. 5%, 7%, 20%. And to top it all off, it's got to update. Nope, haven't found it yet. Oh, man, I feel like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Maybe you could see it on the road. I'm taking the same exact path. Oh man, I don't know if I could take the same exact path when I get to the area that I stopped at. I don't see anything on the road, not even a car coming down. But there is a song playing in my head now. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. U2 song, man, that's what's playing in my head. One of the greatest songs I heard in a long time. So the Ulanzi MT-09 is lost. And yeah, man, that tripod costs $26 and change for next day delivery. And if you're lucky enough, you can look for it for about $11. But it's actually $12 and change, and after the tax for me, it's $13.10. And it's gonna be a 10-day delivery. Down here, I don't know what you're doing up there. And there are two models they make now. They make an upgraded version. You gotta be careful with the model you want. I don't want the model where the top detaches for the reasons of, you got it. It may come out, I may lose it. I want the one that I had, the original. All right, I'm on the bumpy trail, busy trail, and it fell over somewhere. I'm just not where it fell. And the sun being in my eyes doesn't help out at all. But I don't want you to miss this beautiful shot indeed. Oh, I'm looking at the shot, and I bet you I probably passed my tripod. My phone sat in the pocket with the MT-09. It does slip up, and luckily it wasn't my phone. Sometimes you got to pay attention to the things you hear that pop, and I did that last night. I stopped and I looked around. I said, nothing fell. Maybe I hit a soda pop cap. All these little bumps I hit, that's could have been the chances. Oh, look, cotton, man. Pollen. Man, nothing yet. Haven't found it. All right, I made a turn in the grass over here. And then I went over here on this trail. Oh, my first time going off-roading. I don't have to look twice when I do this. So chances are finding it on here, slim. A jackrabbit. He's got my tripod in his hand. What does it mean when you get an orange frame around the camera and then it starts to flash? I gotta go look that up. Well, nothing here. I'm just about at the point where I stopped and finalized my ride. The Cannondale Adventure 2, it rides real nice on the gravel. That fork does a nice job. It really does. But it's a little slippery and I gotta be careful. Well, I did come in here and I did sit down over here and I don't see anything near. And I did come through this area here, straight through the puddle. But I am gonna avoid it and go around because I don't see anything there. And I did enter this particular way. Maybe I did hear the drop, maybe I didn't. But from here to the house, nada. Haven't found anything yet. Well, chances are going to be slim. And my loss is someone's treasures. And if they left it alone and it's on the floor, I'll find it. But it ain't on the floor because it's in someone's pocket. It didn't stay in my pocket for long. And I don't usually put it in the pocket. That's the thing. Man, let me tell you. I can't use my Action 4, my Action 3, my GoPro, or anything that I want to put it on a mini tripod and bend it and do my vlogging. It ain't a loss because I found one and I'm replacing the one I lost and I repaired the one that I had. So it was modified and it was to a certain extent where I wanted to get a new one anyway. Man, there were a ton of cars here. Anyone could have found it. So yeah, man. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 don't have a tracker. It ain't gonna track it for me. But this is the route I went. Now, man, I'm gonna make a couple of turns. Maybe, just maybe, because this could have been where I heard it drop. With all this junk on the floor, man, you're not gonna find it, fish. I'm getting bicycle exercise. I could have seen how far I went. I could see some shots I need to take. I could detour and go other places. This would be the ultimate spot where we're dropped for the reasons of broken up. To lose or to break or to sell. You find something you love so much. You may want to go all around the earth just to get it back again. And once they stop making it, you're not going to be really heartbroken. It's just gonna, man, I could have gotten a spare, or I should have been more careful. Things like that. I did find something that I want. I want a walking cane. I want a walking stick. I think that's a nice one. I'm gonna put it on my bike, take it on home with me. I found something that I wanted. I think I could ride like that. Definitely indeed. Let's get on out of here. What's happening? You just pull next to somebody and you yap in the opposite lane of a busy traffic road? Oh, did you find it yet? Not yet. It's chalked up as lost for sure, because I found something else like said. I can't worry about it. it did drop somewhere. And it dropped somewhere from here to back there. I could do a nice time lapse. These bumps probably started to make me lose. Right here, hitting these bumps. They're no fun. Yeah, I remember losing a miniature quadcopter. I forget the name. I know it started with the C, something like that. And yeah. And it went over a fence in the dark. I knew where it landed, and I took a mental note. And I said, I can't get it now. I'll come back and get it then. Oh, did it rain and did it pour? 3 weeks later, I was sent back. And I went, I looked, I had a pole, and I grabbed it, found it, and got it. And I was happy. And it still worked out of nowhere. I no longer have it, but I remembered it. That was a long time ago. Nope, haven't found it yet. I do have to look on the side in the grass when I go up my hill here, because that's the only place else I can remember where it fell. But I don't think it fell anywhere else, so I still will backtrack and say, hey, I did my trip, round trip in reverse. I found something. What is it doing near the parkway? In the area, it must be hunting, looking for my stick. Do you see it? See where my shadow, my silhouette is at? See my hand shining in the distance? Now look down. Right down here. See my hand shining, the little flicker? That's a cat. All right, take a nice look up the road. I don't see anything. And now I gotta look on the side of the road, over here in the grass. And that's where it may or could have fallen because of the bumpy ride. So I go nice and slow. I check out the grass. When I start to see the tire marks, unless the grass grew. Ho, ho, ho! Jackrabbit! There's a jackrabbit. Well, somewhere about here is where I came down on the grass, and there's my tire marks. I imaginally see my tire marks. My luck, if it fell in the grass over here, it'd be undisturbed. Not in the grass, not on the side. It's lost for sure. I'm gonna cry. I'm not gonna find it. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna just enjoy my bike ride and move along, move forward, not worry about it. Well, I do have some news for you, some different type of news, and I'll talk about the Cannondale Adventure 2, that is. Sale day is over, but the bicycle still could be had for $620 at your local shops while they keep it on sale. But at Cannondale dealership, they now sell it for $800 and change. Oh man, did I get a good buy for my bike at $608 plus? I think I did. Almost sure I did. And off I go. And I'm flying down the hill. I want to put my hands on the handlebar so this way I could brake. I'm going down nice and smooth, nice and fast. What a nice ride, coasting. Don't have to pedal. I think the highlight of this trip is this ride right here. Definitely indeed. Oh yeah, man. The wind hitting the comfort. What did I lose? I didn't lose anything. Oh yeah, what a ride. I remember when I was in Minneapolis, Minnesota, land of the thousand lakes, and I had my rollerblades. Man, I wanted to take a bicycle, and I tried to look for a bike, thinking about getting a bike and all that. Dead of winter. Oh man, I had a great time with my rollerblades. I skated 30 miles each and every weekend I was there. And I had a great time. I went around from Lake Conus, I believe it's called, Calhoun. I went Lake of the Thousand Lakes, Lake Harriet, Lake Davis, something like that. I don't remember the lakes, but if I look on the map, the 5 lakes I went around. And oh yeah, Minnehaha was the place I stopped watching the falls. Man, let me tell you, I had a great time. And that's what this reminded me of. Going through the local streets and everything. Not as noisy as this. All right, I have to go and look up that hill and that way. I'm not going that way. I just got my chances like 90%. Chalk up to lost. It's lost but not found. Not gonna worry about it. It's over. It's done. It's finished. So I found a stick that I like, the size and style. And what I'm gonna do to it, I am going to shave it on down. Don't have a lathe. I'm gonna do it by hand. It's gonna take me a long time and make the walking stick I like. Ain't gonna be designed or anything. It's just gonna be shaved down and smoothed down the best I can. Well, what I got out of this bike ride was a nice exercise. Had a good time. I shared a story. Don't lose whatever you got because it's not going to be found that easy. But if you want to prevent things from being lost, put it away a little bit better than just sticking it in your back pocket. Prevention, could have put it in the front pocket. I could have put it in the bag or pouch, left it home. Or had it in my hand and not let it go. Like I said, mine was seeing its last days anyway. It broke. I fixed it. I extended the life. Had a great time using it still. But it started to sit around in the house with the Action 4 while I have on the Pocket 3, a mini tripod. If you're looking for a product, please make sure the product you are looking for is the one that you are after and not a similar one that you're posting on that's not. I find it funny when I said the fan could be rotated. I never said it had an automatic oscillation. And the person gets upset because he or she thought it rotated. Misleading? No. Misunderstanding? Nah. Pay attention to what you are looking for because online you can see 5 different products of the same company posting up for one review. That's my tidbit for today. I'm Fish, and I'll catch you on many other videos to come. I'll catch you on another video a later time. I said a lot, did a lot, shit a lot, talked a lot. Oh, Fish, you're supposed to say it in order. Well, things are not in order today. Have a great day.